So if you're coming from the main channel video, or if you're just stumbling upon this, there is a main channel about us getting a Valiant out of the woods. It's been sitting for 41 years. And then a truck over there that was sitting in front of it, it's a 71 long bed dually truck that was so heavy, my tractor struggled. But this whole property has been overgrown for decades. And we wanted to kind of explore what was on the property here. I mean, these are dozer tracks that had to come through here and knock a lot of this over and bunch it up. Because, I mean, if you think about it, all this stuff here was parked, and then it was to the point of, you know, you could get to it. And then it just sat and sat and sat until you no longer could. So it's crazy to think how long this stuff has been here. Like, there's this building up here. This is where the Chevy truck was sitting, or right here, actually. And then behind it was the Valiant. So we've got this giant trailer that I'm sure was parked here. There's no telling how long. It looks like a tree fell across it or something. And all this grew up in here after decades. I mean, you had to pull it in. The hitch is on this side, so he had to drive it in here at some point and just leave it. So kind of getting like Resident Evil vibes over here. Just like really abandoned swampy areas. This whole building collapsed. There's one back here. Where was that engine at, Briar?
How did it disappear?
I don't know.
Whole big block.
We saw it yesterday. It was a Buick nailhead just out here in the middle of the woods. There it is. I see it.
Ow.
Oh, dead.
Ow.
Deceased. You're done for. Cooked, buddy.
I'll let you buy.
Thanks.
I'll hold the door.
All the way back here, we saw Briar notices 401 Buick nailhead. How cool is that? Just chilling out here in the middle of the woods. Just abandoned. Oh, we can use that for the Valiant.
Yeah.
It still moves. Maybe it'll run, you think?
Just don't look at that.
Yeah, the rust in
It's more intake, right?
Well, she's been there for quite a while, unfortunately. So there's parts all through here, just scattered everywhere. I
hadn't even seen that yet.
I didn't even notice that was up there. Let's go explore it. A lot of this stuff is just going to go for scrap, like the things that don't get picked up and sold. That's why we got what we did get, so we could make sure they're saved. Oh, there's just a Dodge tailgate. This is the second Dodge tailgate I found out here in the middle of the woods. Look at that. And it looks pretty decent too. That's a bench right there. You could make a little seat out of it. Should we take it? I hate to like take it, but I hate to leave it too, you know? Because I mean, if it doesn't get taken, oh look, here's some rocker arms. I don't know what that's for. And then just half of a valve cover for something. Do you even try to get up to that?
I don't even know.
How did they get it up there is what I want to know, because look how rocky this whole area is.
It's not even in the road.
No. Ooh, it looks a little sketchy on how they stacked this bad boy up in here. Wow. Just hubcaps scattered everywhere. Oh, I can get through here. Yeah, I'm taking the road next time. Nothing worth seeing in here. Okay. Nothing. No cool parts. Well, you know what? We'll just go back out this way. The easy, ow! Easy exit. There's just trail after trail that they cut and made happen here. There's that building. We saw some car parts in here. I was gonna go check it out. So they had to cut all this. This might have been here, possibly. No, this is all cut out by a dozer too, I guess. I just don't know what was all in here. That's what I want to know. It's kind of interesting to see. Big Block Chrysler oil pan. That's for some kind of car. Then Big Block Chrysler valve covers and rocker assembly. Push rods. I mean, all this is just going to get thrown away. I mean, I'd keep it, but it's like, what do I do with it? It would just sit in my floor like this guy was doing too. That's the sad part about it. I'd love to keep everything I could, but what's it gonna help? Anything good?
No, not really.
There's a little that's like a little
Power steering pump.
is that a Ford?
I don't even know.
Look at that wheel over there. It's a 4-lug Magnum. Looks like an MG. Well, a bunch of glass for some reason. Or plastic. Old TV.
Is that a radiator cap? That is the most heavy duty.
Good gracious. How do you even get it off? That's insane. Rated for like 45 PSI. Oh, I have one of these at home. A Garfield cup. That's hilarious. 1978. Oh, it does? Oh, wow. I didn't even notice that. Like, imagine, like, this was used at some point. When this was built, it was actually, like, out here and accessible, you know? That's what's crazy about it. And now it's impossible to even drive up to. You can't even get to it if you wanted to, unless you had a big dozer out here. What are those big forks on the back of this thing? What in the world is that? Oh, it's glass. Some big hydraulic ram that just looks like it folds out or something. That is wild. There is no telling what that is. So now we're back to where we got the Valiant from, and we were thinking that this is where it was sitting. It looks like it was a concrete pad all through here. This whole area was like concrete, and then it just got covered up with mulch and grass and stuff as time went on, and trees grew up. Like, that's where the car was sitting, and it was rubbing up against the fender. You can see where it was a flat spot. So, been there a long time. So as we walk out this way, we pulled the Valiant and the Chevy truck out that direction, but hidden up here is something interesting. I unfortunately did not buy this car, but somebody did. That's the good news about it. This, from what I believe, what I've seen, is a 76 Feather Duster. So the Feather Duster and the Dart Light used a 6-cylinder with an aluminum intake, and I think it had some aluminum bracing, like the fender and maybe the hood, to lighten up the front of the car. And then they had a 4-speed with an overdrive transmission. So very sought after for my personal taste, because I really like those. Oh, door won't open. But you can see in there, see the floor shifter? She's got a 4-speed in the floor with an overdrive. And we did check under the hood. It is a 6-cylinder with the aluminum intake. So pretty cool to see this thing. And thankfully it got bought. I didn't get a chance to buy it because I found these cars after the auction ended, and the guy who bought it sold it to me. So it all worked out. But that car's been sitting since, I think it says 86. Looks like it got wrecked and they just pulled it up here and never did anything else with it. So I don't know what that goes. Did we ever check up there?
I don't think so.
I'm kind of scared to. We'll go look.
Oh, that's where all the rear ends were?
Oh, okay. Same guy that sold me the car said he bought a bunch of rear ends and he didn't know what they were for. Ow. Just. I do not know. I have a feeling that one of these is like a Dana or something crazy. With this giant log. I can't even get to it. Let's do a little identification. We'll see what we can find out. So this one here is a 9 1/4. It's got a rear sway bar, so it might be out of like a later B body, potentially. Can't really tell gear ratio. It's got the 11-inch drums on it. Is it worth anything? Probably not. Maybe not. I don't know. But it is to me, it looks like a Chrysler 9 1/4. I was hoping it was a Dana, but I don't believe it is, based on the differential cover. That's another 9 1/4 right there. And then that's a Chrysler 8 1/4. So nothing of merit for me. Still cool though. More stuff that I already have. I just don't really need. More car parts, wheels, radial TAs, you name it. Oh.
Bullet hole?
Oh.
Oh,
Oh no, Briar, that's a 72. That's a 70 to 71 swinger fender. Oh man, it's got the 70. That's a 71 marker light. That stinks. What is this? There's the valance, I bet. Oh, is that a grill for one?
Oh my gosh.
It's a 71 grill. Oh no. Yep, 71 Demon Dart Swinger. That's sad.
Where's the soul?
Just got mushed. What is that? Is that a Steely? What kind of wheel is that?
Oh, here's the other half of it.
Oh man, was it a complete grill?
I guess it was.
Oh, that's depressing. It's broken anyway. Yeah, the middle of it broke out right there. This bulldozer come up in here and just ravaged it. I bet that was a good fender sitting there too. Oh man.
Mush.
R.I.P. Thank you. I'm not sure if this is rock or more concrete. I guess they stopped here. So they cut a path, turned around and come out this way, and then made a loop and come back out to where the orange truck is. So R.I.P. Be a good wall hanger. But it would just make me sad every time I looked at it.
Yes.
They have all this. Like, how did that stuff get up there? Like, you have to think like how clear this stuff had to be for them to even get stuff up here in the first place. We got some discs, whatever that thing is. Then we got.
It looks like a cement turner.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's with a wheel on it.
Yeah.
That's wild. What do you do? Just drive around in circles? This big sprayer. So this is the truck that I got that was in the way of the Valiant. And here's an old International Harvester 404. It's a good looking tractor. It's a shame it's been sitting here too. I bet it's locked up tight. It's pretty cool to see. Just chilling. Yeah, this truck out here gave us a fight. Previous owner ripped the bumper off of it trying to get it out. A little persuasion and a really heavy tractor, she come right out. Back to the main area, the big loop that I think had always been here, but this was really the only thing that you could do was drive up to here because they had to clear this out and then go and clear this area out. So based on the looks of things, this is where he did all of his work. We've got a big old hoist up here that is pretty awesome, honestly. This is some heavy duty stuff. I think it was gonna probably last longer than the building itself would, but probably pulled it in here and pulled a motor out of it. Just tons of parts laying around here on the ground. We found these Dodge truck headlight doors, so it's pretty neat. Some kind of tail light, don't know what it's for. Thermostat housing, probably for a Mopar. Shifter boot, another door, headlight door. Some door panels, tie rods. Hey, it's still good. We'll put it on our car. Be fine. There's some air cleaner lids here for a big Ford 400. Just a ton of stuff piled up in there. And it's all going to get buried. I mean, a lot of this stuff really isn't worth keeping, but there's a couple gems in here. Like a big Ford grill. Who doesn't need that? Looks like a LTD or something. A couple of Dodge Mopar big block Chrysler or whatever valve covers. There's another one. Another one. Covers. Oh yeah, that's for a big block as well. So they must have torn apart an engine and then dumped it up in here because it's got the rocker assembly. I don't see anything else up there. Yep. Pretty neat. Pretty sad too. Just the head gaskets. All sorts of just whatever. I can't see up there, so you guys are going to tell me if there's anything good. Looks like a small block Chevy oil pan. Some kind of generator. Front drive shaft for some four-wheel drive that probably broke. Just kind of creepy in here. Just random stuff. Bunch of furniture, hot water heater, decorations, whatever this heater, it's like a blower motor or something on the back side. We've got whatever this is. Magnethermic. Oh, it's a shelf. Oh, okay. Never mind. Just all sorts of stuff in here. Glove box lid for something. And this huge press. Little cut-off wheel here. Ford valve covers. Man, shocking how much stuff is back here. Just, it's all going to go away. I mean, one man's junk is another man's treasure. And going across the road here, something interesting that we saw is laying out here in the elements. There's a small block Chrysler, probably a 318, out of a car with a torque converter attached to it. He tried to keep water out of it, but you know, when you got your intake exhaust ports just wide open. Some kind of 6-cylinder over here. I do not know what that is. Keep your GM vehicle all GM. So some kind of GM 6-cylinder. Do not know what. Just trash laying everywhere. They're going to probably just level it all and bury it, to be honest. I mean, that's all they can do with it. Yarborough Road, little sign, tires, toolbox. What in the world? Oh, look at that. Big spotlight. So they probably had like stuff out here. They flipped the light on and they could see what they were doing in their little work area. That's pretty crazy. And the pieces are just falling off the roof here. A suitcase. Look at this big old table saw. That's crazy. Is it a dead body? Huh. Hey, look at the windows.
Weird.
That is really weird.
There's some kind of head over there.
A head of what? Oh, a cylinder head, not an animal. Okay. That looks like another nail head. No, that looks like a Pontiac, maybe. Here's your Chrysler water pumps. It's laying there. Just random scrap. Man, if you were a scrapper, you could load up trucks by, I mean, just by the truckload. Just take it and go to town and be just done with it. That would be crazy. How much money you can make out here just scrapping stuff. So continuing on, that's where the 318 was. We've got this little mini dozer here. That's pretty wild. I wonder if it'll run. Gosh, that's heavy duty though, ain't it? For as small as that thing is, that is a massive unit right there.
All the way.
Toolboxes, heating units look like. That's a Chrysler bench seat. Oh, a Plymouth hubcap. Or is that Dodge? An old Dodge hubcap up there. I mean, just stuff piled on the sides here. There's a hood over here out of something. We don't know what it was. Just random rear ends. I think there's a couple 4 9-inch rear ends, weren't there?
Yeah.
Just sheet metal trash. I don't know what that hood is. I can't tell. It's all mangled. There's a 1 4 9-inch. Was there another one up here? That dozer didn't go, but right here it looks like. There's wheels. There's a swept-line Dodge truck door. You know, telling how junk that is. Rotted out in the bottom. There's a bike. Tiller. Another bedside, probably from that same swept line. Fender, front bed section, and the bedside, all from a step-side Dodge. That's a Dodge A-body gas tank right there. Motorcycle frames, just metal. Just makes you wonder what were they doing out here. They just would get stuff and then just throw it off the side. Oh, there's another Ford 9-inch, looks like, right there. Some kind of bumper for a vehicle. Springs, there's an axle. Just insanity how much stuff is out here. What's that? Like a little,
like a little tractor.
Oh, that's cool. There's a gas tank under the moss. Like I wish that I could just one, I hate to take it because it's not mine, but it's going to get scrapped anyway. But two, what do you do with all this stuff that you take with you? You just got to sit here and look at it, you know? It's like, I don't know how to feel at this moment, because I'd love to keep a lot of this stuff, but hey, it's just more junk, ain't it, Briar?
It is.
I mean, you can hang it up in your shop.
I don't have one.
Oh, well, never mind. And as we move this way, just more wheels and tires. That's where that big camper thing was that we walked up to. There's a half of a transmission. Oh, wow. Just stuff everywhere. You can see the dozer just mashed it and pushed it all off to the side. Made us a path through here. So, I mean, they had to be coming back here for years and just dumping stuff out here, which makes you think it was probably, again, easier to get back here to an extent. There's more hood something, pieces of inner structure. No telling. There's another transmission way back up in there.
Oh, yeah.
Looks like a 904 for a Chrysler. Like, what were they doing, you think? You know, just they do something with it, then just dump it in the ground and then continue on their way. Like, and there's another Duster up here that's just kind of a parts car. We found a bumper to some big Chrysler. Just more and more stuff. That was a Chrysler 9 1/4, I believe, right there. We'll go hit this Duster real quick. Washing machine, vintage. So it's probably been there since it was new, basically. They just cleared a dozer path right up to here and said, yep, good enough. This is just a parts car. It makes you just wonder, how did they get this thing up here all those years ago, and then just, like, what were they doing with it, and why was it left here?
How good is it?
And like I said, it makes you wonder, did they park it here driving and then part it all out? Because it looks like that's a 6-cylinder K-frame.
Nobody can see it.
Oh, yeah, it's locked in. They won't go anywhere. Power steering. It's an automatic car, but it's just destroyed. Quarter panels peeled off of it. The floors are gone. Same guy that bought the Duster down there bought this car. Let me go look at the trunk. Maybe there's something good in here that nobody knows about. No, there is no trunk. Perfect. Hey, good back glass, but that's really it. I mean, somebody put a quarter in it at some point. You can see where they tried to Bondo over it. Yep, just unfortunately out here left to die, as is. And then when we get down to here, this is kind of the end of the line. We didn't see anything else after this, but there is what I think is it an Oldsmobile or a Buick? Like a 59, 60 model. I don't remember what we figured out, but it's still got the engine in it, complete with some bullet holes. Everything you'd ever want in an old car. Yeah, it's a Buick. Okay. Look at that. Oh, man. Just left to rot. Probably a nail head. They pulled the cylinder heads off of it, all the accessories, and just left it here to die. Look at the tree that was growing up through it they cut. And they shot at it a few times. Like, yeah, target practice. Golly, quite a few times. Oh, well.
Bluetooth? It's convertible.
Yeah, sure. Kind of sad. I bet this car was a good looking car back in its day. These cars are fantastic looking with these fins. And it's just destroyed. Completely ruined. How sad. But that's what happens. Here you go, Briar. I got you a truck you can drive.
Yes! Always wanted one. Thank you.
Congratulations.
I think it is.
Transmission?
Right here.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it is, ain't it? It's probably like a super rare, like...
Something we've never even heard of.
Yeah.
Oh, there's another one. There's lots of thousands.
Oh.
Look at it all.
Yeah, these are the super rare rust-powered transmissions. They don't take any gear oil or fluid. They just take rust. Really crunchy gears, you know. We're back to the main entrance here. There's where the fancy shop is. We go over here. So on our way out, we were noticing that there's This old house that, I mean, hasn't seen the light of day in no telling how long. Like, it's insane how long this thing's been sitting here. They just cut a little path right to it. But look at, I mean, how overgrown it is. That little rock wall up there. I mean, we didn't even notice it when we pulled in until we were about to leave. It was like, oh, there's a house here. And you have to go all the way through this little path right here. Just think about this, though. I mean, this is somebody's home at one point. Creepy looking house here. There's a rock wall. Woof. Just a bucket hanging from a log. They had power run out here. Right to here. This is their backyard. Look, there's a dry... Yeah, I was about to say there's a dry creek bed back here. They had a rock formation. A giant tree grew up and then fell. Old TV. Whoa. Oh, I had a pond. That's wild. Bird bath, plants. Look at that. So this had to look pretty, like, nice at some point. Had like a little baby mini pond. But, I mean, you can't even, like, there's statues, like, way back in there that you can't even see. But they're not being, like, they're just, oh, that's terrifying. Oh. Not creepy at all. Okay. Looks like the angel wings broke off of it. I think there's another statue right there, but I'm going to go back this way. There's another statue. Like, this was all somebody's backyard.
It had a bunch of glass.
Yeah, it had like a little viewing area so you could look out the back. There's an AC unit. There's a door right there they could walk out of. I mean, people lived here. I wonder if I can walk up in there and go to that back side. Get back up here. Go. Through the tree. Oh. Don't know what this room is here. Just some kind of random room. Might have been a cellar. Possibly. Nice TV. Oh, yeah. Mustang. Mm-hmm. Sweet. We nothing in the freezer. Don't you worry. No bodies. Oh, so you'd have to go through that door.
Or go around the hole.
Oh, is there a hole in the wall?
Yes.
Hard to see in here, but the floor, super, super soft. The roof is starting to collapse. I walk very easily. Oh yeah, there is a pathway through here. Oh my gosh. Whoa, I'm not walking in that. I almost fell through the floor. You can just see just an open room. Wow. Somebody's kitchen right here. Not anymore. This is a family photo. July of 2000. Peter Pan's Kingdom. Just huge glass doors. A bunch of books. A little heater over there. Furniture. Man. Just wild to think somebody lived in this and it was actually like livable at some point. Man. As we were leaving, I noticed this yearbook from 1957. Is that not crazy? Just all sorts of sports, just people living their lives. Just wonder where all these people are now. I was flipping to the back. Where is it at? Higgins Funeral Home. It was past that, wasn't it? Stonebridge Motel. I don't know where that's at. Funeral home, check this out. Motor sales, Roy Klein Motors, 57 Plymouth. And that was a brand new car when this was made. How insane is that? Wow. Really cool to see that. And it was just laying out here, yet it's like near perfect. How does that happen? Didn't know we had this going on. Nice to know where we're at.
It's the headquarters.
It's the headquarters. It was right here the whole time. Who would have thought? We've been looking for it. And we got this big old John Deere. I don't even know what it is. Looks like this might have been the last thing he was working on before he unfortunately passed away. Looks like there's new battery cables put on, some new wiring, a new battery, and then here it is. Never to run again. Hopefully somebody bought this. There's no telling, to be honest, but hopefully somebody did. So with that concludes our exploration of this abandoned property. Hopefully something good comes of it, and hopefully everything that's here, like car-wise, anything that's useful out here can actually go back and be used. But a lot of this stuff is unfortunately going to get thrown away, and that's just how it is. But we got what we wanted. We got a nice little Valiant and a truck out of the deal. So those two are actually saved. They're going to go back home and, you know, be hopefully used for parts or put back on the road. The Valiant especially, it's a really nice car. So regardless, hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.